Why every big tech company is spending billions on AI.
If you listen to technology earnings calls today, you'll notice something unusual. No matter which company is speaking, the message sounds remarkably similar. More AI investment, more AI infrastructure, more AI products, more AI spending. Microsoft is spending billions. Google is spending billions. Amazon is spending billions. Meta is spending billions. And countless other technology companies are doing the same. In fact, the amount of money flowing into artificial intelligence has reached levels rarely seen in the history of the technology industry. Data centers are being built at record speeds. Advanced chips are selling as quickly as manufacturers can produce them. Power companies are preparing for rising electricity demand. And Silicon Valley appears locked in a race unlike anything we've seen in years. The question is obvious. Why is every big tech company spending billions on AI? The answer has less to do with today's products and more to do with what these companies believe AI could become. Because many executives see AI not as a feature, not as a trend, but as the next major platform in technology. And missing a platform shift can be one of the most expensive mistakes a company can make. To understand what's happening, it helps to look at history. The biggest technology companies weren't built by accident. Many became successful because they recognized major shifts before everyone else. The personal computer created enormous opportunities. The internet created enormous opportunities. The smartphone created enormous opportunities. Cloud computing created enormous opportunities. Each shift reshaped the industry. New winners emerged, existing leaders strengthened their positions, and companies that moved too slowly often struggled to catch up. Today, many executives believe AI could become the next shift on that list. That's why spending is so aggressive. Nobody wants to be left behind. Another reason for the spending is that AI requires an extraordinary amount of infrastructure. Many people see AI as software, but behind every AI application sits an enormous amount of hardware, servers, networking equipment, storage systems, advanced processors, and massive data centers. Unlike traditional software, AI requires huge amounts of computing power. Every time an AI model is trained, enormous resources are consumed. Every time millions of users interact with AI systems, computing infrastructure works behind the scenes. The larger the AI industry becomes, the greater the demand for infrastructure. That's why companies aren't just investing in AI tools. They're investing in the foundations that support those tools. Cloud computing is a major part of the story. Over the past decade, cloud services became one of the most important businesses in technology. Companies increasingly relied on remote computing resources instead of managing everything themselves. AI is accelerating that trend. Businesses adopting AI often need access to more computing power, more storage, and more infrastructure. The companies that provide those services stand to benefit. That's one reason major cloud providers are investing so heavily. They see AI as both a product opportunity and an infrastructure opportunity. Competition is another major factor. Technology companies don't operate in isolation. When one company makes a major investment, competitors pay attention. If a rival develops a compelling AI product, others feel pressure to respond. If a competitor gains market share, others look for ways to defend their position. This creates a cycle. One company invests, others invest, then those investments trigger additional spending. Before long, the entire industry is moving in the same direction. That's exactly what's happening today. The AI race has become too important for major companies to ignore. There is also a growing belief that AI could reshape software itself. For decades, software required users to learn interfaces, menus, commands, complex workflows. AI introduces a different possibility. Technology that can understand requests and assist users more directly. Whether it's helping write documents, analyze information, summarize content, or automate tasks, AI has the potential to change how people interact with software. If that happens, it could influence nearly every product in the technology industry. Naturally, companies want to be part of that future. Productivity is another reason businesses are investing so aggressively. Organizations are constantly searching for ways to improve efficiency, to save time, reduce repetitive work, and help employees accomplish more. AI promises to assist with many of those goals. Businesses see opportunities to improve workflows, automate routine processes, and support decision-making. Even modest productivity improvements can create enormous value when applied across large organizations. That's why enterprise customers are paying close attention. And where enterprise demand goes, technology companies usually follow. What's fascinating is that much of the spending isn't based on current demand. It's based on expected future demand. Companies are building infrastructure today because they believe demand will be larger tomorrow. Data centers take years to build. Power agreements take years to secure. Hardware requires planning and manufacturing. The companies leading the AI race know they cannot wait until demand fully arrives. They must prepare in advance. That's why spending remains so aggressive. They are building for a future they believe is coming. Of course, this strategy involves risk. No one knows exactly how large the AI market will become. No one knows which products will dominate, and no one knows how quickly businesses will adopt AI technologies. Some investments may prove larger than necessary. Some expectations may prove too optimistic. That's the nature of every major technology wave. But from the perspective of large technology companies, the greater risk may be underinvesting. History remembers the companies that missed major shifts, and no executive wants their company added to that list. Perhaps the most important reason every big tech company is spending billions on AI is simple. They believe AI could become the foundation of the next generation of technology. Not just another application, not just another product category, but a capability that touches software, cloud computing, search, productivity, communications, and countless other industries. If they're right, the companies investing today could shape the future of technology for years to come. If they're wrong, some of those investments may look excessive. But right now, Silicon Valley has largely reached the same conclusion. The opportunity is too large to ignore. That's why data centers are expanding. That's why infrastructure spending keeps rising. And that's why every major technology company seems to be writing bigger and bigger checks. Because in the technology industry, missing the next platform shift can be incredibly costly. And right now, big tech is spending billions because it believes AI might be the biggest platform shift since the internet itself.